Hey guys, what is going on? Lego Man 123 and welcome back to another video where today I'll be counting down my top 8 Lego Harry Potter sets from 2018 to 2020, and the reason I only picked 8 sets was so it could actually tie in with the 8 Harry Potter movies. So without further ado, let's get into it. To begin this countdown, at number 8 is the Forbidden Forest Umbridge's Encounter set 75967. And the reason this is on the list is because I really love just how unique this set is, because we really haven't seen any other sets like this previously to this set in other ways of Lego Harry Potter. And I'm really glad we actually got Groppy because he has such a really awesome and quite an accurate design, and I'm really glad they went for like a sort of minifig type design. I definitely think that is really cool, and I loved how he does stand out from the rest of the minifigs, especially with the overall shape and design for him. And I love how the tree is also somewhat his scale. That definitely does add to the set, and the tree itself definitely does have such a unique design. And I love the centaur pieces they've actually made for the set, and I believe when this set first came out they were actually exclusive, which I definitely think is really awesome. And then getting Umbridge in a cheap set, because I believe this was the only set she's actually come in, so I'm definitely glad she did come in this set. And the inclusion of Harry and Hermione is definitely essential for this part, and I'm really glad they did actually include those two minifigs as well. Then at number 7 is Headwing set 75979. And the reason this is on the list is because Headwing has such a unique design to it. I love the color scheme for it, the overall shaping and design, especially with the really unique play feature, because we really haven't seen anything like that in any other Lego Harry Potter set, and I'm really glad we actually got to see like a buildable Hedwig, because I'm definitely glad Lego have actually started to do this type of thing, because prior to that we really hadn't seen any sort of like buildable figures in Lego form in the Harry Potter universe. So I'm definitely glad they've started to do that, because they have such a unique design to them, and they definitely do stand out from other Lego Harry Potter sets. Then at number 6 is the Whomping Willow set 75953. And you might be surprised this is so high on the list, but the reason is because, don't get me wrong, I definitely think the Whomping Willow set has such a unique design to it. I really love just the overall shape and design for the set, and the inclusion of the forward angular with the Whomping Willow is such a key feature. I'm really glad we actually got to see that, and like how it does fit with like the sort of Hogwarts grounds. But the reason it's so high is because I just don't think it would be necessary to actually just have a single set for the sort of entryway of Hogwarts, because I'm really not too sure if they didn't include like the Whomping Willow, what would they call it, like entryway to Hogwarts? There's really no unique name what you could actually call this set. You could possibly call it like potions classroom or something like that, but I'm really not too sure, because without the Whomping Willow I just don't think they would have a set. But apart from that, I definitely think what's included is really awesome. I really like the design for the potions classroom in like such a small area, and I also really like the amount of detail in the set considering the size of it. Then moving into the top 5, starting off we have Fall Privet Drive set 75968. And the reason it's placed so high on the list is because it has such a awesome design to it, and it is definitely really accurate with the amount of detail and features included. And I definitely think the color scheme and just the overall look of Fall Privet Drive definitely does stand out from the previous versions of Fall Privet Drive that we have gotten in the past. But what surprised me the most about this set was that I've actually been able to include 2 movies in the one set, which is the Philosopher's Stone and the Chamber of Secrets. And I was quite worried at first. I was quite concerned that like they were possibly gonna like ruin the build by actually including way too much in the set, by actually including 2 movies in the one build. But I definitely think it paid off, because the overall design and look with the inside of Fall Privet Drive is definitely worth it. And I'm really glad they've actually been able to include the cupboard under the stairs, because that is such a crucial part to Harry Potter, and I'm definitely glad they were able to include it. And the minifig selection for the set is spot on, and I'm really glad we finally got new variants of the Dursley family, because I think the last time we saw them as minifigs was in like one of the old versions of Fall River Drive, which was quite a while ago. Then at number 4 is Platform 9 3/4 set 75955, and the reason it's so high on the list is because it definitely stands out from all the other Hogwarts trains or Platform 9 3/4 that we have gotten in the past. And what makes this set so special and stands out from the rest is because instead of just having a set for the Hogwarts train and then another set for Platform 9 3/4, they've been able to actually include it relatively well, and I definitely think it makes the set a lot more better. And from combining these sets, I definitely think it is really awesome because they've been able to actually have King's Cross Station and then a really nice play feature to actually enter Platform 9 3/4, and I definitely think that is something not a lot of other Platform 9 3/4 sets in the past were able to do, and I like the sort of modern design it also does have. And then the build for the Hogwarts Express is definitely really awesome. I love the overall shaping and just the overall design for it, as well as the color scheme, which is definitely unique. Then moving on to the top 3, starting off is the Clock Tower set 75948. But considering I've only had this set for a couple of weeks, I was definitely surprised to actually have this set even appear on this list, and more specifically in the top 3. But I'm definitely glad I did because it is such an awesome design. And what I like about this set the most is that it definitely does stand out from the other builds you can actually get to actually create Hogwarts, and it definitely has such a unique and just the overall design for it as well looks really awesome. I love the build with like the different windows, with like the big windows and all that. Just those small details definitely do make this set a lot more better. And then the sort of build for like the clock part is definitely really cool as well, and definitely a key feature. And I'm really glad they've been able to actually include a really nice play feature with that. And then the inside as well definitely does look really awesome. I know there's only like a couple of things inside. They definitely could have added a bit more, but I'm glad they didn't, because I feel like if they were, it'd be just way too crowded. And then the build for like the Yule Ball section is definitely really awesome as well. And I'm glad they were able to have some sort of Yule Ball included with Hogwarts, because I definitely think that is such a key part in Hogwarts, more specifically the Goblet of Fire. So I'm definitely glad they were able to make a sort of Christmassy set within the Clock Tower. Then at number 2 is the Great Hall set 75954. And the reason for this is because this set is amazing, and it was probably one of the biggest Lego Harry Potter sets when the wave first came out back in 2018. And I'm definitely glad they were able to make it the scale they did, because with the amount of detail and features included both in and outside of the Great Hall, it definitely stands out from all the other Lego Harry Potter sets, apart from one. But what I love most about this set is with the overall look of it, you can immediately tell that this is the Great Hall, or that this is Hogwarts. And I'm really glad with that design they were able to actually have that like straightaway reaction, like this is Hogwarts and this is the Great Hall. So I'm really glad they were able to do that. But with all the other builds for Hogwarts combined, you can immediately point this one out just with the overall design for it, and I'm definitely glad they were able to do that. But at number 1 is the Astronomy Tower set 75969. And the reason this set has placed as my number 1 set for my top 8 Lego Harry Potter sets for 2018 to 2020 is because this set is absolutely amazing. And the reason for this isn't because of just how big and the overall size of it, but it is because with the amount of detail and just the overall look of the Astronomy Tower, it definitely stands out from the other builds of Hogwarts. And with the overall design, there's also some really interesting techniques they've been able to use, and it definitely has such a unique design to it, and it definitely does stand out because they've actually been able to include some really interesting choices for the different sort of builds for the towers, and it definitely does look really awesome to create like these multiple sections. And even on the inside, it definitely does have a lot of detail, and I'm really glad they've been able to include this much considering the size of it. So, hope you guys did enjoy this video because I really did enjoy sharing my thoughts and opinions on my top 8 LEGO Harry Potter sets from 2018 to 2020. And the reason it's not going to 2021 is because I currently don't have all the 2021 LEGO Harry Potter sets, but once I do, I might do like an updated listing video. But apart from that, I would definitely love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below, as well as possibly your favourite LEGO Harry Potter set. And as always, guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video, and can I see so? Goodbye!